Alright guys, so I got some more TCG for you here. This is a match where I was playing Landorus Terrakion, which is a really fun deck, surprisingly. And he was playing... Let's see, what was he playing? He was playing Meganium, that's right. He was playing Meganium, which is another really cool deck. Basically, Klinklang. I don't know... I'm not sure which one I would say is better. I mean, they're basically the exact same thing, but it just depends on what floats your boat, I guess. But anyway, he goes first. Actually, I went first, but all I could do was attach and pass. He plays a collector, and I think we see 2 Odysseys and a Smeargle. Yeah, and let's see what he's gonna do with this. We see a Pecom get rid of the Terrakion to bring out Chikorita. And that is not what I want to see his bench stacked up as right now. Preparing for possible Vileplume next turn, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to put an EXP on the Terrakion that I top decked. Attach another fighting to my active. Play a catcher to catcher out the Chikorita. I'm going to go ahead and try and kill that as quick as possible just to kind of stop the energy acceleration. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stick 30 on it, and we'll see what happens next turn. He's either going to need to attach to it and retreat or play a switch. We see him pawn it, or he could play Sky or Bridge. I don't know if he has that in his deck. Let's see what he does. What I believe he actually does is he decides to let this Chikorita die, and he just attaches to his Mewtwo. Yep. That's what he's going to do. Let's see. He's probably just going to go ahead and pass at this point. And, sorry if my voice is cracking. I'm still getting over some congestion. It's pretty early for me. I had to go take a test this morning. But I'm done with summer school. So, what? Yeah. So, there is... Yep, he just passes. I decided to go ahead and attach this fighting to my one on the bench. Because I'm thinking if he manages to get like a DCE next turn, what would that be? It'd be 4 on him and 2 on me, which is 6. That'd be 120. He wouldn't quite knock me out, but I thought it was possible that he could knock me out. Well, after I play Lost Remember, I guess it doesn't matter. But I don't know. I felt at the time it was a better play just to go ahead and place it on that Terrakion. I'm going to go ahead and kill the Chikorita, and it's his turn. But what this means is I won't be able to land crush next turn unless I don't know, draw into something good. He's going to promote his Smeargle and just Sage his training. I guess kind of hoping that, I mean, at this point he should know that I don't really have a supporter unless I just got the one off a prize. Which I didn't, so we'll see what he does. He's going to grab 2 cards, and then I remember him discarding some interesting stuff like that N. I would have thought he might want to keep that, especially since I'm obviously going to get up in prizes here pretty quickly. But it's whatever. He's going to play down a Rainbow on Mewtwo and pass this turn, I think. I don't even think he portraits, even though he probably should have portraited this turn just to make sure I didn't get it off the prize. I would have, unless he just didn't want to have to get rid of his hand if he drew into that. But he doesn't. I'm going to Crushing Hammer. I'm trying to decide if I want a Crushing Hammer now, but I just go ahead and do. And I hit the heads, and I'm going to take care of the Rainbow. And the reason I'm going to take care of that is because kind of the point of a Meganium deck, if you don't know, is to use prisms and rainbows and stuff like that to push. Like, you can use Meganium's power or its ability to move those as many times as you want in your turn. So essentially, he can use a bunch of different EXs, and all those things count as their respective type, you know. So like, he could use prisms and rainbows and push him over to a Darkrai and Night Spear, or he can push him on Mewtwo and X-Ball, or he can push him on to Terrakion and Retaliate, all that kind of stuff. So there's tons of That's why Klinklang just won Nats. I mean, let's be honest. It is a good deck. It's usually not a too consistent deck, but that guy had been refining his list for a long time. And he just goes ahead and passes this turn, I think, and I just kill him off. But we do see the Vileplume came out, which means I can't play any of that stuff in my hand. But I finally draw into a Juniper, which is good, because I can just go ahead and get rid of this hand. But I actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's going to end this turn, actually. So we see a Bayleaf. Oh, no, he Paunts. But he does have 2 energies on that thing now, so he can finally do some damage to me. He'll put 80 on my Terrakion. Let's see what happens. We see a Kyurem out there, which is not that cool. Don't ever like to see a Kyurem, but yeah. We're going to go ahead and Juniper just because I'm down to 4 prizes. I feel like ending is not a good idea. I don't want to give him a fresh hand. But I do draw into a Landorus, which... excuse me. Landorus is kind of your desired starter with this deck. But I only run 2 of them, so you don't start with it all the time. But if you can, that's good. But I'm just going to go ahead and put Landorus down, put a fighting on Terrakion, and do 90 with Land Crush. And this is going to leave him in an awkward situation because he can KO me now, but with the EXP share, I'm just going to KO him next turn, and his Kyurem's not going to be able to attack next turn, the turn after. He's not going to be able to revenge me. So I'm going to be up on him. It was just a tough decision. I mean, if it was me personally, I would have made the decision that he makes here, which is just to sack those energies and retreat out to something, stall for a turn, see if he can't draw into DCE if he has one, or draw into his Meganium or something like that. He's just going to promote the Oddish and stall for a turn. I'm attaching energy to my other Landorus just because it'll allow me to Land Crush whenever my active gets knocked out. He just puts up the Mewtwo at this point because he's not ready for Kyurem to die. He doesn't want Vileplume to die. He needs that. He doesn't want Bayleaf to die. And Kyurem's his only thing that's going to be able to attack here pretty quick. So he's going to go ahead and Twins. If he doesn't have any energy in his hand, he needs to grab that now and probably Meganium to hopefully get some other EXs going. Kyurem, I don't think Kyurem's the best EX to play in this deck. Even though it's a cool attacker, I just don't think it's that great of a card. I think you'd be better off with Groudons, maybe Kyogre. Mewtwo's obviously really good. I know that he plays a Darkrai. I would say the best stuff for this is Mewtwo, Darkrai, the Meganium, the Vileplume, Groudon for sure, Terrakion for sure, maybe Kyogre. If you're not playing Kyogre, maybe the Kyurem is the other thing I would put in there just for another solid attacker. But that's really it. You need stuff that's going to hit hard like that, but maybe Zekrom would be a better choice or something like that. So I'm attached to Landorus. Just go ahead and do 90 to his Kyurem. Obviously, he was able to get out that Darkrai, attach a Prism, and switch, so I wasn't able to take the 2 prizes that turn, which was a good turn for him. He got the Twins really helped him out, and he's going to end to give me only a 3-card hand, which is good for him because they're all trainers, so I can't do anything next turn other than attack. But he's not really going to be able to do a whole lot to me. He puts down the Pokemon Center and Meganium, and he's not going to be able to attack this turn. What he's thinking is he's going to Pokemon Center that damage off of Kyurem, but you can actually only Poke Center off of benched stuff. So he can go down to 90 or whatever it is on his Mewtwo. Actually places a rainbow on it. Just going to put him up to like, what, 110? Something like that. I think that's right. And then he's going to... He can Poke Center off to like 90, which isn't going to help him because I'd be able to kill him anyway. But he's just going to push all that energy up to Kyurem and attack and kill my active. Here's me. I'm just type it in the chat letting him know because he tried to heal off. So I'm just letting him know he can't do that. Because if he did that, I wouldn't be able to KO him next turn, and I've got to be able to KO him. So, I mean, if it didn't matter, I probably wouldn't have cared, you know. I wouldn't have bothered taking the time to ask him, to tell him and stuff like that. But obviously he didn't know. I'm just making sure he puts the damage back on. But yeah. So I'm going to promote Terrakion and kill, basically, and take 2 prizes, which is great because that's only going to leave me 1 prize left. And he has no attackers left that are set up. He doesn't have any energy in play after I knock out this Q-Rim, which is basically going to spell game at that point. And I draw into another fighting, so even if he did manage to kill this thing, I would still have my Landorus to attack with. It's a pretty dire situation for him here. This is pretty much game. He has 1 prize. He did draw 1 prize, which was I was actually thinking there was a possibility I was going to be able to make it all the way through this game without him taking any prizes, but it didn't happen. But he goes ahead and what does he promote? I can't remember. Oh, he promotes the Vileplume because he can take 2 hits. And obviously he can't promote the other 2 because I'll win this turn if he promotes them. And I don't even know how much HP Meganium has. I don't know anything really about that card because I've never really played that deck. But what he could do, essentially, is he could try and stall for a turn, let me hit Vileplume, attach a Prism or a Rainbow, retreat out to something else that can take a hit. If Meganium can take a hit, I don't know if it can. He can just stall, get 2 energies, push him over to Mewtwo. What's his 5? It's only 100 damage. He can't really. It's GG at this point, really, unless he managed to. I don't know. I don't even know what he could possibly do at this point. Oh, the game is over. Alright, well, cool. I've been sitting here rambling. I thought there was another play, but he just said GG. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace!